In India, whether people believe in astrology or not, when it is time to get married, all those concerned are likely to bring up the issue of the horoscope and horoscope matching. This has been the practice for centuries. But though the claim is that the horoscope matching has been done, we do find after the marriage problems like frequent quarrel, childlessness, and subsequent separation or divorce. All these things cropping up after marriage. And after these things happen, when the parents take the horoscopes to an astrologer, the astrologer will tell, "Oh my God, who has matched these two horoscopes?" The obvious answer is an astrologer like you. In many cases, I have heard about complaints where the same astrologer has once approved of the match, and then after many years, when the trouble started, they have gone back to the same astrologer, and that person has asked them, which astrologer has matched these two horoscopes? It should not have been matched. Why do such things happen in the field of astrology? One of the main reasons is that astrologers do not have a standardized method. Whenever it comes to horoscope matching, at the time or before the time of marriage, the astrologer is more interested in saying yes than no, because they want to please their clients. And the problem with the parents is that they have few horoscopes for matching. The parents usually go to an astrologer with one horoscope or two horoscopes or maximum three. They never go with 10 horoscopes, which should have actually be the right way of doing horoscope matching. Because if you give few choices to the astrologer, he is likely to say yes very soon. But suppose you give him many, then if he knows all the rules pertaining to horoscope matching, he will try to use it upon these 10 while he is selecting just one out of them. When you take one horoscope to the astrologer, both you and he are under pressure. You are going with a lot of expectations, and he says, yeah, it matches. He's too eager to say yes. Another important issue is that parents spend lavishly on the marriage ceremony. On the other hand, they do not have usually the mindset to go to an astrologer and verify whether the horoscopes match, whether there is a great future for both the bride and the bridegroom. Sometimes they like a particular person and they want their son or daughter to be married to them. And if they find an astrologer who says no to the marriage, they will immediately go to another astrologer and keep on doing what is called astrologer hopping until they find an astrologer who says yes to the marriage, and they'll say, wow, that's nice. So the astrologer has accepted the match, and then they will go ahead with the marriage. So this is the first problem in horoscope matching. Another thing is, before doing the horoscope matching, there are certain things that you should remember and understand about either your son or daughter. Your son or daughter will have certain plus points with marriage and certain minus points in marriage based on his horoscope. If you match this person with someone else, you should consider these points while matching. For example, if your son or daughter has putra dosha, then you should not get your child married to a person having putra dosha. In this case, it will not be negative into negative, makes positive. It will be negative plus negative. Okay? And you need to consider all this while matching. Though matching involves only 4 main steps: nakshatra match, mangal dosha match, or Kuja dosha check, and Dasa Sandhi to check whether at any point in life in the future Dasa start within a period of 6 months or maximum 1 year, and equal doshas on the house of marriage. This is the fourth test. So there are actually only 4 tests. But after doing these 4 tests, after that you will have to take it one step further and check the individual horoscopes and see all the merits and demerits of both sides. In fact, it would be a very nice approach if you discuss all these issues with your own child, your son or your daughter. You talk to them and say, see, these are the faults that are seen in your chart, and then we are trying to say yes to this girl, and this girl, if you see in her chart, you see all these defects, is it okay with you? So it is very important that we will have to go beyond the 4 tests. The man will have a great yoga for foreign countries, and he has been dreaming about foreign countries, or let's say he is already in a foreign land. He has just come back to India to select his wife, and the parents are looking out for a match, and then you get him a girl who has no luck in foreign countries or trouble in foreign countries. This person should never leave her motherland. So if you match these 2 people, and if let's say they go out of country, the wife will go there and start complaining, she doesn't like this place. She says, I feel very uncomfortable, and she will feel like she is in a prison. All this can happen, despite the fact that the horoscopes are matched. So horoscope matching seems to be the basis, but not the end. So there are certain main rules, and there are some sub rules in astrology. So we should also know how to give the weightage. For example, Mangal dosha, Cheva dosham is a very serious thing, and no compromise is acceptable in this particular area. But today, let's see what has happened. Every astrologer has written his own view on Kuja dosha. They have formed or made their own rules for cancellation of Kuja dosha. So much that if you want to cancel any Kuja dosha, you just have to buy those books and keep it as proof that this author has told that based on these conditions, Kuja dosha is cancelled. So there are astrologers who are so eager to cancel the Kuja dosha, not knowing what is Kuja dosha. Kuja dosha just threatens the life of the partner. A person having Kuja dosha should never marry a person not having Kuja dosha. And Kuja dosha is cancelled only if Kuja is with Jupiter or Venus, or aspected by Jupiter or Venus. And if Kuja is conjunct or aspected by a malefic, then it is 200% Kuja dosha. It is very important that we understand that at least 35 to 40% of the world's population, they will have Kuja dosha, and the remaining 60 to 65% will not have Kuja dosha. The Kuja dosha is said to occur if Kuja is in the first house, the second, the fourth, the 7th, 8th and 12th. So it's almost 50% of the houses. So 50% of the world's population must be having Kuja dosha. But what happens is, even if they have, by relationship with Guru or Shukra, it gets cancelled, and so we'll have to give some allowance for the cancellation, and that would reduce it to 40% or 35 to 40%. So once you have checked the nakshatra match, the star match, which is fundamental, so you have lots of tables available in internet. It's a fixed information. The match points between 2 stars is available. Even I have written about it. And then find out how much points you got out of 36. If you get 18 and above, then you say yes, meaning you proceed to the next step. But if you don't get 18, and if it is less than 18, you have to just close the book and start all over again. So no more questions. In a month at least I get 10 to 15 clients who come in for discussing trouble in marriage, and the first thing that I'll ask them is, what is the nakshatra match point? And most of the times they're not. They tell me, or we come to know from, I look at a table and tell them that the score is less than 18. And when I tell them this, some of them are shocked. They said, no, I have shown the horoscope to a very leading astrologer, and how did he say? So we need to standardize the guna match table as a universal method for the first test. And in some cases you find the nakshatra match point is less than 18, but the couple have been living happily. But on later investigation you find that they do not have a child, and a child is the main purpose of a marriage. In some cases we find that there is frequent quarrel and they never get along well, and they have a fight on a daily basis. There are cases where I once found the match was 4 out of 36, and the bride and bridegroom did not even come together on the first night. So all these things prove that the nakshatra table is a very dependable tool. So do not take it lightly, and it is the most fundamental test. You need to do it first before you do anything else, and then you immediately do Kujadosha. And when you Kujadosha check, and if you find that there is compatibility in this particular test, and then you go for Dasa Sandhi and then Dosha Samya, which is best done by professional astrologers, or there are many software nowadays for this purpose. Some of them are good, some of them aren't, so you need to also verify that. And once you like the person, then because you like the person and then astrologically also it is matching so well, then you can proceed. So this should actually be the step. And another way of using horoscope is, you can check the horoscope and find out, focus on the fault in both the horoscopes and start doing the remedies from day one. Let's say the daughter-in-law has got some minor putra dosha, not of the serious type, and your son has got a lot of putra bhagya. So it anyway compensate, but to make things better for your daughter-in-law, you can ask her to do some remedies connected to the removal of the minor putra dosha in her chart. So horoscope matching is not a mechanical process of just seeing the nakshatra match and then saying yes to it. You need to look at it from several point of view, and without the horoscope matching, you are taking a huge risk. Some of the parents have approached detectives to find out everything about the prospective bridegroom or the bride. No doubt this is a very good approach, but the problem is that the detective can find out what the person has done so far. The detective will not be able to tell what the future bride or bridegroom is going to do. That is possible only by using the horoscope of a person. So, in every way, checking the horoscope prior to marriage is a very good idea for all those who are interested in trying to improve upon the quality of their married life. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this video, and please come back for my next video.